Alright guys, how are you doing? Welcome again to another video. Today it's quite an important day for me in terms of drawing because I'm going to be working on some more planning for animation methods, and I thought, since I've had a few ideas in my mind, I thought I'd document that. Okay, I'm not the best artist or animator, but I'm just sharing what I do, and it's for me, and also I'm sharing this stuff so if anyone out there, if you might be inspired or learn something or be inspired or whatever. But as I say, it's not like I'm trying to show off or anything, because I'm not the best at what I do. But I do like to document what I'm doing, because it helps me remember certain things, and I'm taking notes, as I practice as well. Okay, let's have a look. So if you check out my recent animation videos, you will see I've done some fight moves and stuff, fight scene plan setup, and I work with a few different methods of drawing the characters, and I'm basically just going to carry on from there. Okay, first of all, we're going to go over basically what I already looked at in another video, the last video actually, I think it was, where we'll have animation mode turned on, okay, in Fire Alpaca I'm using. Go into always display the first frame. You can leave that on if you wish. I think in this instance I will, because I'm not drawing two characters, I'm just going to draw one. Always display the first frame. I'm going to draw like let's just say this is like a thing here with targets, like a pole or something, and we're going to have the characters strike those targets. Okay, put another one over here if I wanted to actually. So I've got two, a high and a low target, Okay, and I'll just move one of them over here, over there. That should be enough space, and we'll make another layer. I'll turn the opacity down fairly low. Yeah, and what I'm going to do is get like a dark blue or whatever, and just begin drawing stick figures using the method I used before. The circle for the head, and this is the idea. So just really roughly, basically, imagining that it's got like boxing gloves on, basically, and it's literally, well, what I do is I imagine where the shoulder's going to be, about here in this case, or the neck. See, further the neck is about here. I'll do a shoulder about there, fair enough. It's a shoulder here. Oh, actually, hang on, I've done that wrong. Okay, let's just do it like, start again. So I'm going to do the neck here and the legs here. Okay, one here, just thinking where the hands are first. Oh, that leg's awfully short there. Like this. Okay, and the idea with that hand was going to be that I put the shoulder there and there, so something like that. I haven't even got to draw the rest of that arm in like a stick. I can do. Okay, and something like that. So I have one arm there and then here, so it works. Next layer. So what I'm doing is from here now, it's like a shape, but it's moving across. Let's just do the whole motion just to be simple. Okay, and I'm going to have it like this. Right, I'm going to have like, let's see, don't know why he's dropped his hand like that, but you get the idea, right? So the idea is that he's just literally going to go here and do that. Bam, see? Got the motion, right? What we'll do is I'll draw the actual character on top of that, obviously. So, bam, but you get the idea, right, what I'm doing. So with this kind of thing, we could do any kind of motions, really. I could be here and have him like doing anything. I could just do it really, really simple. You know, bam. See, one's here. So and get the motion into it, you know, bam. I can do this one now here, you know, leaning in. Boom, you know, he's there. The other guard's up there. It shows you how, you know, how you can really work this stuff so that you can really come in from there and really work this thing out, you know. I'm not doing it frame for frame now, I'm just working various movements, so and then other things like any kind of move you can imagine, really. So, you know, I could literally do any kind of move I'm imagining here. So here, all kinds of movements I could do, you know. Literally just a stick figure, that's all it is, right? So, so this here, now, maybe a jumping kick, so let's try to work that out. So okay, so there, boom, boom, boom. So you could do all those motions in. So yeah, you get the idea. If that was moving fast with action, you'd get the feeling for that. So. Right. So it's hard to kind of talk while I'm doing it, but I know what I'm doing, sort of thing. Trust me, you know. These lines, you see. Oh, what happened there? Oh. Actually, it should be here. And we just press play. And you get the idea of the motion, so you get the strength. And I would draw a proper character on top of something like that. So you're getting these motions where we go from one picture to the next picture and just adding this whoosh, like the red line, the red whoosh to, excuse me, the recording just stopped, please excuse me. I was just saying that So we got like two methods here. First off the bat, which is one just showing the pictures like this one here. Picture changing from one picture to one picture, one movement to the next quickly with a quick flashing whoosh animation. So we're not doing in between frame. We're not doing many or any. Many I'll say, because sometimes you might have a middle one, but usually it's no middle frames, like in between frames. It's just literally one picture to the next picture. And we've got this red whooshing flash motion showing the motion. The other method that I showed was the first one, which I did, where we actually showed the in-between motion. Okay, and I'll do that again just quickly here, very, very quickly. So a character here, let's say, put his shoulder about there. Okay, fair enough. Okay, and I'm going to just put it like his hands up like that. Okay, and the other hand's like back here on his hip somewhere. Okay, not on his crutch. And this one here is going to be here, and then what happens is like you'll have it like this. Anyway, so see, and this goes moving that shoulder across now, and the hip, kind of, so you see, to get it in, this hip a bit back here, and that'll be about there, see, and then this is going right up to the elbow. Do a little mark to show where the elbow is if you wish to. She's there, see, or let's work that out a bit. See there, bam. See, and when I do that, it works, right? Boom, boom, boom. But he's punching, right? Can even duplicate this frame here, bring it back up, and on this one here, I'm going to just duplicate that a few times and just move it a little bit to show what we can kind of do. Just a little bit here. I'm going to like duplicate these three a few times here and press play. Loop it up, speed it up a bit, enlarge it, wait for it to load. Give it a bit of a motion, a bit of a starting point, meaning from here. Wait for that to load up. Yeah, that works really well, I think. This is another one we can do, okay? So with these stick figures, they work really, really well. Hold on. Now, not mentioning the star figure, people, which I also like to use for a second. The star shape, people, that I've already shown you before. Not mentioning that for a moment. I think the first blocking part that we do the best way is using these stick figures here. Okay. Then the next part is doing. Excuse me. The next, got a bad throat. Excuse me. The next part is doing. Well, let's just look at the different parts. So one part is this, okay, which is stick figures. And the next part is blocking in the actual character, obviously. But the other two methods are parts, meaning like bodily parts. I call it the sack of potatoes for the body. But, you know, you can have star figure people too, like I've already done. I've already explained. It also works. But they're good for morphing around. But Like this sack of potatoes, as I was saying, okay? So this sack of potatoes, what I'm talking about, is basically saying how a character is going to be moving, like their body from their torso all the way down to their waist is like a bendy sack of potatoes with this little head on top, and then you basically just work out where the hips go and everything, obviously, and the shoulders, you just follow it through. What you do is you get the more of like a solid shape of a body is what I'm saying, so it's rounded, because currently it's just a stick figure with points for like the shoulders and the hips and everything. We've got these big circles for the hands. They don't have to be so big. I think this would basically just work just as well with small circles basically as well. Let me just play this another time for you. A little look at it. Basically kind of moving cameras as well, following the action, and the background moving along while they're fighting. That can also work really well to show that they're moving. Camera following the action of the movements as well, and timing things out. So like boom, 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 da 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 da. Get a combination, different movement. You know, and it can work this. You can work this. Let's just be honest. You can work with these different methods. Yeah, you can put points in for the elbows and the knees if you want to. But the point is, get as much motion as possible. Okay. And in some shots, we're going to have. Oh, also another thing I was going to mention is scribbling. Okay, so scribbling. So you got the sack of potatoes thing, and I'll just do one really quickly here to show you, just really quickly. So let's imagine I'm doing my last frame there, okay, and he's doing the punch, and we can, as I say, do like small circles if I want to. I just feel more comfortable doing the big circles. I don't know why. Yeah. I'm leaning right in. Okay. I like to imagine where the shoulders are, you see, here, and then the torso here, the back of this. See, you can kind of see where the character's coming into place. I'm kind of doing these little arcs, like arcs to show the actual, or the direction of the actual joint, not just a dot, but like an arc to show that the joint is going this way or this way. You know, is what I'm doing. But so you can see. Also, we have like the rib cage. So if I bring this here and go on another layer, I'm just going to trace over this now and show you what I mean. So if I was drawing a figure, I could do it like that. See, I'd do a really simple one. You know, draw. It'd be better to draw like a scribble like design for an actual character first. Really, I'm just doing a basic human shape at the moment, but you know what I mean. Give him a pair of trousers, fair enough. But you know, fixing the length of different joints if I feel I need to. You know, can like give it some more detail if you want. It doesn't matter. I'm sketching on top. It doesn't matter if it's kind of messy as well, because. You know, you'll be surprised in what you can actually do. Well, I'm surprised. See, and you just when you get like the full action going in, you'll be surprised. It's going to be a basic sketch, you see. Try and get some nice straight lines. Don't go too worried about it. So there we go. Okay, something like that. Okay, so it's not too good, but you get the idea, right? So you want to try to have lines that work to show the motion a bit better as well. Like obviously things are gonna look a certain way, but you know what I mean though. But I think also you don't have to get too carried away with so many details and things as well. You know, and it's okay for it to morph a little bit too, but even like having some lines here like that, it can, to show the direction, it actually can work in an animation. When you see that quickly playing through, it does actually work really well. But what I was going to say is you can have a flash on the screen and we don't see him go from one point to the next point necessarily. It could even be one picture to another picture, like I said, like one close-up of someone getting an arm lock or an elbow to the face, a punch, or a wide shot like this where we see the whole body doing a jumping kick. It could be anything. You know, flash, 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 so you like flashes on the screen, and then boom, boom, and then all you see is the reaction from the person. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to like move this guy aside for a second, okay? I'll just move him over here. Delete what we had there and delete the... Actually, I'll move this point. I'll move... Well, I won't. I'll get rid of this. And we've already got it onto set. Okay. I could even for a second just do it like this to get different angles here. I'll do this, okay? I'll do that for now. And I'll show you what I mean. So... let's imagine, okay, just put that there quickly. So here, I'm going to just put that down like that, and we're going to imagine, okay, so we can see where the point is, and I'm going to put a little point here. That's where he's striking, this point, right? So let's imagine that this is where he's striking. I can put a little point in to show it, which I usually like to put points in anyway, and let the character strike those targets, so we know where we're aiming for the targets, or how the character is going to be blocking and stuff like that, and or whatever as well. But what we want to get is some good movement. So right now all I've done is I've just made it that this character is just striking, right? Move that a bit shorter, I think, like that. Okay, that's better. A bit more realistic. Okay. So let's imagine, right, that the camera, we've had a flash on the screen and now we're seeing this, and we're just seeing this character doing this punch, okay? Well, let's just look at that, okay? So the body, right? First of all, we know that this body is going, this is going in this direction, this body's kind of turning, right? This is going like this is here, but the hips should be kind of turning with it, right? See, really like this kind of motion. This is the kind of motion we want to have. Which is why sometimes you see me do these, like if I was doing a visual representation of this with the lines, it'd be like that, wouldn't it? See, I'll be like doing this, but you know that this is kind of turning as well anyway, as we're going in. Like this kind of thing. The shoulders are here, see this? Body's like twisting anyway. This would be what it really would be representing. So like you see all the lines of direction, you know. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and look at this. So let's imagine, okay, he's either punching a bag of potatoes. Let's call it that way, okay. So let's imagine on the point of impact, which is when the screen shows, when it flashes and we go cutting straight into this scene. Maybe we didn't see that, first of all, this character was standing here, you know, in his guard, you know what I mean? And then he went over there and then he did the technique. We're not seeing that frame. It just immediately comes on like this, for example, okay, for example. Depends how you're doing it. Well, from here, we can go in and do like a stick figure, obviously, and do like a character getting punched. You know what I mean? You could even just have the character there getting punched out the way, you know. Whoa, put his hands in if you want to. You could do that. So it works. But it's going to be hard to turn the damn thing around, right? You can work with that. You could do it. I could do that easily. I could go here. You could like put some lines on there to show his face and stuff, you know, whatever. the design of it, you know. And to be honest, it can be done, you know. So I'm saying, remembering where the hips, where the shoulders go and stuff. Excuse me. So you know, see, and then this kind of thing. Remember where the hips go and stuff. I press play now. You can get the idea, kind of thing. You see, we can get like the motion in. I've just done a really rough one there to show you. But it was a bit hard to kind of work that out. You can put more frames in, obviously, as well. But you don't have to do that. You could just have like techniques as well. Like I said, like I'll just change this one a little bit here. We'll use a mesh. I was going to move it a bit, but I'll use the mesh as well. The mesh transform for this. We'll turn it down to about 2 and 2. Okay. You know, there. Like that. This one as well. It's very good that we can do this mesh transform thing, I must say. It's not always handy, it's not always a good thing, but it's sometimes pretty useful. Go there. I'm going to just duplicate those, hold down Control and click on those and duplicate those 3. In fact, we can just leave it looping, so leave it looping there, playing. We'll speed it up as well, you know. Maybe a bit too much movement. Is it? I don't know, it depends, you know. It's okay. You can imagine he's flying through the air, we're just getting punched. His back's kind of bending in a weird way there, I know, but you know, bam, you know, you can even have the whole thing, the camera shaking or whatever. But what I'm trying to say is, with lines moving past as well, you know, like, or like moving background and stuff like that, you know, you'd have some cool stuff going on, you know. You know, so here, you know what I mean? Let's try here. You know, I press play here, see? You know, yeah, you get the, you see what I'm saying? You get the motion going, and it's like, it's fucking crazy, it's cool, you know? That works really well. And if you had like, another thing I'm going to say, and this would bring some life into this, I think too, is if the actual character himself was also, you know, animated a bit, you know what I mean? And I think we can even do that now. It's not even too late really to do that. If I had a folder here, a folder above each one, you know, you'll see what I mean in a moment. Folder above each one, including our main bottom layer. I know we've got the background. Okay, it's okay. Here, I'm going to turn off always display the first frame because we want to have them all there. I'm going to duplicate this layer. I'm going to a load of times. I don't know how many we need, but I'm going to drag that up to every one and put it inside the same folder with it. Oh, I should have done the opacity as well, but never mind. So we've got 1, okay, folder 1, folder 2. Each one's going to have one of these, basically, one of these dummies. I should put it below it, really, but it doesn't matter. 3, left clicking and then rolling the mouse wheel to drag it up. What the hell just happened? Okay, hold on. Close. Oh, this should be in the folder, obviously. Exactly. Drag that here. This one has not got a picture. Okay, it's weird. Oh, I've undone it. That's why. Let's just bring that up. Okay. So move it up. Drag it. Put it into the folder. Drag this. So drag them both. So each one's got a folder in it, and then collapse it, basically. 3, the third folder. To know that they're in folders, you want to see them indented a bit, so like drag it like that, okay? You know what I mean? Really, I didn't need to do this many folders, but you know, just drag them in. Let's drag them in like this. 6, 7. Oh, hold on, no, 7. 8. There's nothing for the 8, right? Is there? Yeah, nothing for the 8. Okay. We'll just get rid of that later on in a moment. We'll make sure we do this first. 4. We're nearly done. Put this in here. 5, 6. Put this here. 7. I think it's 7 anyway, isn't it? So I'll just now delete these. Delete this one as well. And that should be enough. I press play, right? And we've got this. So with a moving background, that'll be okay. But what I'm trying to say is, actually, we didn't need this at full opacity here. Let's leave it like that for now. But what I'm trying to say is, with this, you can also, I could, if I wanted to, have done some more movement, like with this one. See, just move him a bit, you know, just move him a little bit there. Even like that. Not everyone. This one I can kind of like leave it where it is. Like that. Some crazy motion going. We just leave that and we go, see? So you see the movement of him is shaking. Get the fact that he's like moving with it, see what I'm saying? But what I was going to say is you could even have other effects, like things whooshing by, and it would just flash from this. So boom, 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 it would flash from one scene like this, then it would go to another scene. So for example, this is one technique, right? The screen flashes like a white screen, the whole screen goes flashing, boom. So you hear the sound, and then you see this. Then it goes again, the screen flashes, and you see another technique, like he's kicking another guy or something. The same way like this. Or a different close-up, or he's grabbing someone by the throat, like, you know, whether it's going to close-up or far shot, different kinds of camera angles for each shot. This would be one of the shots. And in the last one, you might see a reaction maybe, or you could do a reaction in any of these. Like this, we've just done it this way. Like he could be moving like this for a while, and then at the end of it, at the end when he finishes his punch, you'll see him like just spin slightly, or the other guy just flies away or spins or whatever. We can use those beanbag. Those Beanie Baby bags, whatever I call them, which I'll show you in a moment. I was also going to say that you could actually even redraw this character too. Let me just show you what I mean. 1, 2, 3, right? If I just delete this for a second and be really, really careful about it. So we can use, yeah, you see like this? So I can delete this one and make another layer and just redraw it just really, really quickly, you know, and just draw it like, you know what I'm saying, like to get a bit of turn off the rulers, to get a little bit of variety basically. I'm just going to do a rough one, but it's like more or less the same guy, same, you know, the same more or less the same picture, you know, but I'm just doing a simple one here, but those little subtle differences will pick up on the thing, see, they will actually pick up. So from here, say boom boom. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? They actually pick up. So if I delete this one now, do another one. You could have 2, you could have 3, so not like loads, you know. Go here, and that actually shows us a bit. It's a bit more work, obviously, This one I could have like just really like that, just really rough. That just like roughly, you know. Even put some like lines like that, see, for this one. And you'll see it all come, so you don't have to do those zigzag lines. I'm just doing it, you know. Moving his arm out a little bit too. Now you see that? Now he's got some motion to him too. And that other stick figure on the left there, he could have a bit more motion to him too, couldn't he, really? You see what I'm saying though? Hold on. And you just get this, you're feeling that there's more motion going on there, you know? But it looks a bit too much. Maybe it's like too much wobbling and stuff there, but you do get the feeling he's moving, you know? Not only that, but sometimes you can have like slower motion like that, and the background's like whizzing fast. Like those lines are moving pretty fast, as you can see. But let's imagine that those lines were moving faster, and you know, and there's like the background was whizzing by. Or you could have it that they are like more shaking and stuff, you know, more like fast, and the background's like moving slowly past. You can imagine like if these lines were moving slowly, you would still get the feeling that this is an intense strike, like he's blasting that punch into him. It's like fast, you know, and the lines could be moving slowly past. You'd still get that feeling, wouldn't you? But the speed of the lines moving by just shows a direction. Ideally, I'd like to have fast vibrating shaking here, but lines not moving too fast, because it looks like they'll. So you better to like work it with timing better, either using like different layers like in another software like Krita, or using the Fiat Alpaca here, but like just working the timing out a bit differently, like spacing them out rather than doing it every frame, doing it every couple of frames, that it goes along a bit more. But if the more frames you have more of a smoother movement, but it can sometimes seem slower when things are going so fast. You don't need that many frames anyway for movements or like these lines or whatever. Flashes, boom, straight to the point, you know. Which is another reason why fast fighting movements work better. Slower movements, you obviously want to have more frames, basically. I think positioning the stick figures works really, really well with that working shoulder. If you put the shoulders in and the elbow and joints of it and work them, you can work out some good basics. But let me just get rid of these for a second. Back to normal mode for a second. Delete that. Normal, not in animation mode. For example, again, the heads, like I'm doing these heads like this. It is good to do a head like this. I've got the chin on this one, on the right here, this one here. But I'm just saying, like, you can just start off with a head like this, you know, if you want to, you know, work out where everything's going to go. I like to do a few lines like that in the middle for the eyes, really, and then put the circles in, you see. Big circles, but they're not always going to be like the big, necessarily big eyes, you know. A line on the side for the ear, nose and mouth, right? They're like an oblong or an oval, not a complete circle. But when I'm doing those fast stick figure, sometimes I do like a circle, I know, or a rounded kind of square, you see that, or rectangle, and do that, and that's also fine, because the thing is you can like shape them up and make them into heads anyway, and then put a bit of a longer chin in if you need to, or move the head around as you're doing it. That's not high enough there, you can work it out, see. And then scribble that hair on, scribble, the same way as I was talking about scribbling characters for the bodies and stuff anyway, you know. And also remember that it goes back like that, see. Okay, here, see, and if this is a stick figure with our shoulders and our big boxing gloves or whatever, see, we can simply like just work it out, just draw the rest of the body in. Even like you could even put circles if you wanted to there to show more the muscle, but then go down, work that, and then do like small hands within there. They don't have to be boxing gloves, you know what I mean? Exactly, they could just do the whole. You don't have to make them big boxing gloves. It could be like small hands inside of there. If you initially feel comfortable doing the boxing gloves like I do, even though I don't want them to have boxing gloves, it's like, then it's a good starting point, I find. Putting that rib cage in if you want to, and also just working it out, you know what I mean? But the idea, what I'm trying to say is, when you go on top with these eyes, you see, we're not necessarily saying that they're going to be big eyes. We're not always saying that they're going to be like, you know, big eyes like this. We're not saying they're going to be like that necessarily. You know, like this kind of thing, you know. We're not going to say it like that, you know, not necessarily, see? Or we're not necessarily saying that. I like to go with a light kind of pencil kind of first, like this. You've got to be confident as well, so more rounded for the female characters. As you do these big pupils usually, not every time, but you know what I mean, like thick eyelashes there. I'm just doing it simple basically. But you know, I'm not saying they're going to have to be, you know, necessarily like that, you know, like big eyes and stuff, you know. I'm just saying that they could be like, you just do that for a socket, it gives you somewhere, and having that middle line and a few lines helps, see. So you can do it either way, any way you can do it. So to go in and just work out the eyes within that shape, you know. So I might put the nose like that. I might just do the line. I might do the nostrils like that. But it's kind of hard to see when you don't have a better shaped head. You see what I'm saying? It's just a circle, and now I'm trying to guess where to put the ear or the hair. It's kind of really hard to work out. I have to kind of like use my noddle, if you like kind of do the shape down by the jaw, then come down here, see, and then work it out, you see. And I can do it, but it doesn't always work if you don't have that. It doesn't always work well if you don't have that guide. I like to put a guide, a scribble for the hair, you see. So what I like to do is I like to have a better shape going on, see. So I like to come in here and scribble a face in. So I like to come here, see, work out the eyes socket, like do these big sockets. I'll do this line down the middle, work out where the chin's going to go, do a nose here, do a line, and really scribble fast, you know. Put the eyes here. Remember, a distance between the eyes, usually the same distance as the same width as an eye itself. Just go in here, see, look, even just scribble like, you know, across like a shape, see, and just like do something, put something down, see, put something down, and then go with that, and then just work in the face, see, kind of here, see what I'm saying, and then here I can just kind of see that there's something that I can work with. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So put a few more deliberate lines and things. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You might even want to get rid of this one. Oh, sorry, not that one. Turn this one off for a second. Bring that down. You know, and then you might look at it and you might say, well, it's okay, but I want to move them eyes down a bit. I don't like the position of them. Move them a bit lower here or something, or change them a bit. You can still change things, you know what I'm saying? That looks better now. Okay, good. And his head's a bit big as well there, I find. So okay, let's just fix that up a bit, you know. Okay, something like that. Plus you don't want that hairstyle. But it's either up to you how you want. But, you know, go in here, go to another layer, go in, you know, do it like a light, turn it down opacity wise a bit to make it more comfortable, like a pencil thing first of all. And just work with what you've got there, see? Adjust the opacity as you feel comfortable. So, and then you know, just work it out. So keep adjusting that keep adjusting that opacity if you need to for your comfort, basically. So okay, you can obviously rotate things around a bit as well, like that, if you wish to, and things like that. See a little bit that refine it, so you can really get control. You can like take a bit more time on certain lines too, and really try to like work out the hairstyle of this character, for example, and work out like strands of hair. Now, from that initial scribble that we had a moment ago, you wouldn't have guessed necessarily, would you, that he was going to look like this. Look, if you look at it, it doesn't look too much. It looks like some zombie or something, but here, at least you get a bit more of a face going on. When you flip the images and say like this, you can see it kind of looks weird as well sometimes. So, you can like fix it up if you wish to. If you wish to, it depends how you feel. Like here, and just try and make it all match up well. I'm doing it rough. I'm doing like really fast anyway. This one, you know, you want to be fast in sometimes, because it's going to take you forever otherwise to get a show done. A showdown. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know, man. So here, I'm just going to give him like, I don't know, lay down a few strands. Give him like some crazy hairstyle. And if you find it's all pixelated as fuck, you can just make the image larger. You know, put this back here, reset it back to boom. You know what I'm saying? And just work out the whole thing though. I was gonna say you could like resize the whole thing. I'm not gonna bother resizing. I was gonna like resize maybe I don't think I need to anyway. I'm just tripping. You know, but like I was gonna like change the resolution, meaning the size of the image. I never knew what resolution meant before. It just means the size, right? It just means the size of the image, and the quality, obviously. There, but it's done a very simple one there, and you could have that. That could even just be like, that'd be okay to use. You can make some bolder lines here and there to strengthen it up in certain areas, and other ones left thin, so you get that nice complementing thing going on. You know, animate the mouth, let him talk, whatever. Work that stick figure body in, and then draw it in, draw the proper body on top of it. So I'm just going to do a bit of a, hold on, this here now. You just have a face on the screen, literally talking. So you want to fight me, huh? You know, put on your gloves or take them off. So badass, you know. Put on your gloves or get fucked, you know. And this is how we do it. I think I'm going to save this picture. It's quite a nice little picture, right? Some dude there. Don't know who he is. I could have been in Dragon Ball, but I was too badass, you know. I could have been in Dragon Ball, but they missed out on the opportunity. You know, fucker, do you? Yeah, but let's just go here now. I'm gonna fill this bitch in with color, is what he said to his girlfriend. God damn, you know what I'm saying? You gonna fill that bitch with color, yo? Okay, so we go in there. Just erasing a few lines and erasing a few faces. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna make a duplicate of this. There's some real art going on now. Shit, man, what the hell, yo? I'm gonna go in here, and I'm gonna do what I've got to do. He's gonna go into the fight club. He's gonna go into the fight club and beat the living fuck out of these bastards. clipping it to it. There's nothing to it. Hold on. I'm getting carried away, guys. I'm getting carried away with this motherfucker. So just changing the colour a bit to be more like a reddish kind of vibe going on, huh? That's the ticket. Dark sort of red, but then erasing around the eyes. So we got the black one below for the eyes. And then merge that down now a bit. Merge it down. You haven't got to do that. You haven't got to have such rough and so much detail either. I've just basically cleaned up a few things there. Okay, let's just choose this dark red color, which can hopefully be not noticeable in the final product. Just there. Even like that, that's okay. Okay, and yeah, that's how we're doing them. He said that's how we're doing them, see? And that's how they get done. Now we're going to merge this down, select the outside, turn on highlights so we see what we're doing, and you can see straight away it's fucked up. So going over here now, he's the fighter from Canton. A formidable fighter from Canton. Yeah. I told him to move on. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, bro? Delete that for a second. I told them to move on. They said no, and they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give this guy. What color hair should we give him? Let's give him red hair, man. I'm the fighter from Canton. Who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? It's time you got a lesson, and it's time you should. It's time to start training. Are you ready? Yeah, man. It's time to start training. You just literally what you would do is you'd animate the mouth. You would erase the mouth area and keep this same, like duplicate this picture, but then just erase the mouth for like a few frames and draw different mouths, like the mouth more wide open or closed. And you just loop it like it's like the mouth's moving, like opening and closing, like he's talking, you know. And just do a voiceover over it, you know what I'm saying? So I do. You know, and that's how you do it, you know. Save an animation out, or you would just literally, literally what? Put on your gloves and let's do it. No, like, you know, or you would, as I say, you just leave him standing there waiting to speak. Fuck if I'm gonna let him. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, hold on. Just fixing up some areas there. Areas get scarier. The more you train, the less fear you know. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was born for this. What about you? Make another layer there. Just choose overlay. Let me check my recording now on the screen there. Be a crime if we lose this shit. Oh, hold on. I'm going to turn that to overlay, right? Oh, choose white, obviously. White, okay. And because the eyes are black and not that reddy colour, the rest of the lines are, it works. That it goes over it and we don't get a weird kind of like red eye thing. Merge that down. Select this area here. Pressing Alt and holding it to erase certain areas, as I say. Sorry, no, I mean to pick certain colours off of the screen. A few little lines here and there if I want to. You know, here and there. Bring the grit. You say, I can sense that you're a fighter, ain't you, bitch? I'm going to delete that back image that we had. We've kind of gone on to the art now, not animation, but it's okay. I'm going to just make a background quickly. I'm going to actually just cut that out, crop it quick for a second. Crop it, don't stop it. I'm going to do a quick background there with some colour. Fade, like for the sky or something. It's not too good, right? Let's do it like something like that. Okay, that's better. Okay, and then I'm going to go here. We're going to duplicate this one and make it darker. You know, the usual thing that I do. Make it darker. Cool, or what? Go in, and then we're just going to cut in with the lasso tool. We're going to erase from this dark duplicate. They call me the dark duplicate. You see? I break your neck and choke you. Now I'm going to have you ever felt the force of one? Knee to the jaw. It's like, you know, this is what I'm about to say. I'm going to basically choose, turn off the highlight outside under select, so we don't get that annoying highlight thing. And you can really take your time if you wanted to do a nice piece, because I got no time for AI. I'm too busy being creative. Fuck AI, man. Sorry, man. What the hell, man? I'm not being funny, but come on, man. What the fuck? Just get creative, man. Not to say that you can't be creative with AI. I'm doing a few things with AI right now myself, but come on, man. Just get real, man. Get real, man. What are you doing, my brother? You know what I mean? And all that. So they thought they could beat me in a fight. I said I didn't come to fight. I come to end fighting. He said I came to whoop your ass. And he said, I didn't come here to fight. He said, I came here to whoop your ass. In the submission at that. So into submission and pain is what I bring. See? He said, I bring the pain. What do you bring? You know? He said, you can't bring shit. He said, fighter, you ain't got shit. That's what he said. He said, I'm ready to whoop you into a new hyperdrive. Whatever that is. Do a little lighter one now, bring that below, and I'm going to do a quick highlight. Very carefully, because it's kind of hard how I've done this actually, with a pen and eraser mode of the pen. Little highlights, see around there. Little highlights to get that third layer. You can have two, but like oftentimes you'll see, like in anime, you'll see like 3 layers. Sometimes, you know, just a little bit like that. So you merge it down now, make another layer. I'm just going to add some white shines and stuff on the hair. With a white. Just a little bit of that, nothing too crazy. Turn down the opacity a bit on that, I think, as well. Yeah, that's better. To get a little bit of a... You can even go across it. It don't matter, and like just erase, like from there, see? Yeah, I used to do that. I used to do that back in the day. He said, now I don't fight. I just beat you to death. That's okay. I merged that down for this one. You know, and then, you know, in the background you could put like the barren landscape where he fucks people up in, you know. Could put some brown, but I think I'm going to put some green for some grassy like kind of area. A mountain or something in the back, you know what I mean? Use a lasso tool again. Whatever, or a freehand shape tool, is up to you. But I like to use this lasso tool and like cut areas out. Oh, so excuse me. Hold down Control and get different areas and things. And for darker one, now go here. See, duplicate that. Bring it, fade it out a bit. Maybe that's better. Yeah. Merge that down. Boom, boom. Merge it all down as. Play with the contrast a bit. Oh shit, hold on. Please select. Don't get carried away, you fuck things up. play with the contrast and things like that. Let's do some effects on this. Whatever you want to do. It was okay as it was. I'm just like, don't want to mess it up. You got to be careful. You can fuck things up. That's a good point. Actually. You know, you could have a glow on that, put a glow effect or something, make it glowy. You know, I'm glowy, but my name ain't Chloe. You know what I'm saying? Go over here. And again, you can do different things like duplicate that, and again and again. You could even do like a blur, as I say, a slight blur. I often do a slight blur. That is actually the way to go, a slight blur like that. But you want to enlarge it for make it a bit bigger. This image, so we'll make it like at least 1,000. Well, maybe at least 1,000, man. Give it a blur, slight blur there. You know. Go back in with your contrast or whatever. And it depends what you want to do, because you might find it not right with that blur. It depends. The contrast, and then you might want to bring the colour down a bit. It's up to you what you want to have, really strong colours or not. But I'm going to go here, duplicate that for a second so we don't fuck up the original. Turn on the abbreviation or aggravation, what do you call it? Aberration, chromatic aberration, just slightly. And I like that effect. It's like a TV sort of thing, you know. I'm going to have it like that, shall I? No, I won't have it. I will leave it because it just fucks it up, kind of. I'll duplicate that, make a quick gradient map for a different version, just for a second. Get some good looking ideas, see, for different things. See if you got that. That's pretty cool, right? Proper comic sort of thing going on. I'm going to do this, then I'm going to hue it up, change the hue or something. Down, 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 down. So do that. Well, hold on. Maybe like this. Then bring it right down, just ever so slightly on top. You see? You know, even changing the hue, even still. So doing so, you know what I'm saying? You can play around and get different kind of looks of it. See? Here. Like that. And then bring it down if it's too much. I'm just going to leave it like that anyway, I think, and just save that as it is, an image to be reckoned with. Save it into my folder with the other images, which is this folder, and we'll get back onto the animation thing in a moment. Hold on. So that's that. Can we just save this clip? Okay, so we've done this picture very randomly. Just talking about how to make faces. Let's just get back to that. Okay, so I was talking about making faces, right? So with different positions, see, here on the planet Earth, you know, you can do that. You can just do your faces and stuff. You can just do a couple of circles in there, see, and have it like that, you know. Do the design of where the direction is, sorry, I'm saying. And they're circles, like randomly, it almost could be like ovals because they're like randomly drawn. Bring that down and then just do shapes there, like just do like it's more of an oval, like a triangular kind of chin. So remembering where that jawline goes up for the ear, see? Put the ears in if you want, see, from here, put a line on the side, put the ear, you know, there again, this one. Try to imagine them like in a 3D space, you know, and then do these lines like the top of the ear to the eyebrows, it would be, but I'll do a few lines there. So you got this middle one, and then go there, put a line down the middle. It's okay, you're going to mark off where that nose is going to go anyway in the whole direction of where it's looking, so that's fine. Curving around as though it's a ball here, so going up, following the direction. You see, and you can put a little line there for the nose, you see, and the mouth anyway, and just like work it out and fix it up as you go along. And as I say, while you're in there, put those eyes circles in there. It doesn't matter if they're small or big eyes, you work that out in a moment. Do this, and then on top you can put like the hairline. So where the top of the head, you're not going to see too much there, obviously. You know, this, and the head's not big enough sometimes, so you might want to just like make it bigger or fix it up or whatever, you know. But yeah, you know, just working that hairline in and erase the top of the head if you want, just like add it, fix it in a bit more, make it right, you know, for yourself, the sizing wise. Now, another thing, while you're in this part, you may want to do it on another layer. You might want to bring this down and do the hair on another layer, or you might want to just go in now and start working it, like literally. You might want to do that. So you want to start sketching in or start working the shape. I'll just do one to show you. Like I might put the eyes in here. See, I'm going to put some small eyes. Work down the middle. Okay, the nose is here. I want a big mouth like that. I want his fake chin to be pointed like this. Okay, so I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it a wide chin. You could change it. I'm going to just come in here and I'm going to work like and put some scribbles in. Just put a scribble in for the hair. And as I'm going, I might look at it like that and I think, okay, I want him to have a fringe at the front or whatever, to get a basic idea, you know, or just arrange it like a scribble, like arrange different things. Like you might want to put the actual style in a bit more. Or you might want, the best thing to do, I think, is just to do a basic like scribble and just work it out later on what the hair is going to be. So you get yourself a basic kind of sketch of the character anyway, see? Let's do some different hair on another, on the other side, on this picture now on the right. Oh no, we'll do another one. We'll do. This is this one. We'll do all of these other ones on another layer. I'll just delete my basics for this. Okay. Remember, like I said, they're overalls. Okay, overalls shapes, but I'm doing them like rough circles anyway. You see. The direction here and then the ears here. This goes down and you can do this. You can add that in later if you just did it like this, it's okay. But when you do the next layer, you do like, if it's a circle, you just come in and you fix that up. You make it like a rounded or whatever. You put the chin in, see? Nose, mouth, eyes. Okay. But let's just go undo a few things if we can. If it's going to let us do it. Okay, from here. So, delete that. We're going to go here, turn this down, that's right, and make another layer and just work out some designs for some hair. Let's imagine we do this one, okay? So I could come in here and just, from that hairline we have there, I could really like try to work out the hair. Even just doing a few rough strands is a good way, like lines, literally paints the lines as though they're strands of hair, just draw them in. Can erase things if things don't work out too well. Just get that basic design, you see? Nice and soft, because hair is soft anyway, right? So let's just have it like that. Like this kind of thing, okay, something like that. Okay, so this is it. Most people's hair is soft. You know what I'm saying? And then you go there, and then you might want to just, while you're in there, see, then you might start to say, okay, I want to work in some eyes or something. You know, work it in. Something like that. Okay, this guy needs a pair of glasses. You might be telling yourself at this point, he looks a bit nerdy. Whatever, you know. Make sure the ear's in the right damn place. You know. You see what I'm saying? And then that's all in there. You can sometimes make mistakes and do like a really small neck or something like that, or too big, see, like that, and you might want to just fix it up. So this is a rough sketch, this would be in the photo. That's why that hair is like very too thick in places, you can see as well, see, in some of them lines, see, but it's like, this is the basic design. So then from that I would, you know, maybe delete, like bring this down and go on top of another layer. You might want to flip it and work from that angle. It is a man or woman. Those thin eyebrows. I was going to go in here, dude. But I'm going to go here. I can have a layer. You know. And I wouldn't draw every strand now, see, because it's like this kind of character. You don't have to. I went a bit overboard on that red hair guy that we had earlier. You know, this looks like a female in a way, with the eyebrows, like the eyelashes. But I'm just going to do it like this, though. Just fix it up a bit, you know. Just keep the same basic composition for the most part, you know. Sometimes I do eyebrows like this, like just little lines like that, broken lines, and they work really well. Keep a note of that, okay. But I'm just doing it like this now, here, okay. And nice strokes. Try not to jog too much. And then, you know, just fix it up. Like if you think that's like a bit too wide there, see, I'm just following the same basic shape. I'm just making it a bit smaller. So you could have fixed up your initial sketch. I could be using the smoothing tool. There's a smooth to draw smooth lines here, but I'm just going freehand. Work this jaw out a bit better. So here, and then without changing the face too much. At all, hopefully, you know, but put this neck in here, and then this would be about here, right, in reality. So in reality, you saying my life is not reality? He said, yes, you've been living in a simulation. How can I break free? See, and then we got a nice better picture kind of thing. I can even delete this original one, duplicate that or whatever. What I'm going to do is to make things simple, I'm going to just do this straight away. I'm going to put some colour in. We're getting better at doing the colour, ain't we? Ain't we? I like to do this dark red thing. You don't have to do it. Protect alpha now on the layer. Click that. Make it dark, kind of reddish sort of colour. Make it red, darker even still. But go on the eyes and do black to cover that now. Black. Well, we're going to actually colour the eyes in as well while we're here. Just colour those in. And the eyebrows I'm going to make black as well. You don't have to for the eyebrows, but that's that. Merge that down. And then just like colour them in black. Clean them up a bit if I think. Hold on. Protect alpha's on, right? So turn it off for a second so we can see what we're doing. Get a fair sized brush, zoom in if you need to. You can see it's a bit pixelated, and the reason it's pixelated is because of the way the reason it's so pixelated is because it's shit. No, because the image is a pretty small one, isn't it, as well? You know what I mean? Meaning we've drawn it on such a small size, it's just only part of that picture, right? So let's cut this out for a second, crop that, yes, enlarge it, the size of, oh, it's actually, okay. Actually, it's a fairly good size, actually. Okay, let's just size this motherfucker up. It's actually, I was wrong, it's actually okay, this one, but that can happen sometimes, as I say. Anything can happen. Ask this guy. It's happened to him. So I'm going to go here, okay, and add a few little details here and there for that empty spaces if you feel it helps, you know, the composition on the hair. I just did that. Okay, now I'm going to with this. Where is it? Filling the filler tool, the paint bucket. Close gap ticked and keep this on full most of the time is what I do. I'm just going to choose white and fill in with the mouth with white. And then colour all the other colours in, so give them some certain colours. This will be darker. Oh, I'm going to set this to you see, and you get these artifacts. So rather than filling in like that, okay, let's just do this. Undo. magic wand selected, select the whole outside of this figure, then go to inverse under select and then make another layer below it. We'll fill the skin color in first to get it out of the way, because that's one of the main ones, difficult ones to get sorted. See, then it fills up all the gaps below it. Merge that down now. Deselect. I'm going to choose yellow for the hair, blonde. Color that hair. Done. Make a dark sort of color here, inside of here. You can set it to like expand by 1. If you want to make sure it fills it in properly. We'll give this guy a blue t-shirt, I think, here. I think red would have been worked better with that color that we've got there, but maybe yeah, well yeah, so you may want to go with like a slightly different color if you're going to do that. So let me just show you what I mean. I'll undo. Oh, let's just go around these lines and I'll show you what I mean. If I color in very carefully, I'll make another layer, clip it to it, yeah, and then just choose like a blue. I can color. Oh, I can't do that, can I? My mistake. No, because we've already merged it down. What I was going to say is, I was going to say, change the color of the lines. What we can probably do is go to overlay. Actually, let's see if that works. Or color, even color. That works. Color works. We'll do color, and then because it's on another layer anyway, we should be able to. If I could maybe even do this, can I? Oh no, it fills it in. But yeah, I was going to say that. Really carefully colouring this in here. I was going to say we're getting the darks in there as well, which is cool. We're getting the line. I'll just erase in a moment to clean that edge up. You know, we can also just change the colour of that a little bit. So I'm going to try and do a few things. I'm going to go to. I'm going to just merge that down. Is what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to choose the actual blue that I wanted, which is not that blue, for the inside parts, you see. I just wanted to get, all I wanted to do was get that outside edge. That's what I wanted to get, you know. To clean up them lines with the blue. That's what I wanted to do, the dark lines. In fact, it's okay like that anyway right now, I think. Oh, hold on. Okay. Go in there. Okay, go on top for a second. Like she told me, turn that down, clip it. Yeah, see what I'm doing? I'm just like softening those up a little bit there. Not too much. I'm going to erase that in a moment, but bring it down a bit like this. Okay, so we got the lines in there. Didn't have to do it. I could have just left them black, actually, those lines, to be honest with you. In fact, I think I will. I'm just going to erase it or make it all black. I just showed you a few things that you can do, or dark, I'm saying, yeah. So just do that, okay? Just shut the hell up and get straight to this. I'm going to leave it like that. Oh, what are we doing, man? What is going on here? Hold on. What is going on here? That's crazy. Okay. Taking me such a long time to like colour this t-shirt. What the hell is going on, you know? Just a simple line here. This should have been done by now, this picture. See, little things like that, you get caught up on little things. It can happen in animation too, as I say. Just waste your whole day. So make another layer there and waste your whole day. And do this on overlay, okay, so otherwise you get this problem. So make sure the eyes are black, or any black lines, because overlay will not go over the black, which is good. It will preserve the black, but the other colours it will go over. See, that's what I've learned for the basic thing with an overlay. Okay, I'm going to now merge that down, duplicate this layer. Make a dark one, make it more darker here, as we usually do. I'm going to imagine that the light's coming from on top, and just carefully as possible, just carefully and quickly just carve a shape out of this using the lasso tool, cutting a few pieces out here with the control. Now hold on, to erase some areas, then press delete. Boom. Okay, good. Here we can turn off highlight selection. I think even from here, well, I want to actually paint that back in a moment, a little bit of that. We'll see, I'm not too sure. I may or may not. Actually, I might just leave it. A bit of that shadow. I want it to be like it's coming on top, you see. But it's like there's also, it's not on this side, you know. So I've got to think about that. So the lights come in here, okay. I've got my basic selection. It's okay to go outside of the lines because there's nothing there. I'm going to come over here and just do what I gotta do, you know what I'm saying? So colouring, they're imagining, okay. Like that. Let's press delete over here. Let's do this. That's what I'm talking about, yeah. Something like that, you know. There's still a fair amount of light actually, so I can't be too overdoing it. Good understanding there with the shadows, but you know what I mean? You can't mess it up too much. You've got to be careful. I think that's okay the way it is, to be honest with you. Just like that. It looked pretty cool, I know, with all like the shape and everything, but you know, I'm going to have it like that. The crazy thing is, like, when most of the stuff is in the light, you can't be drawing shadows in, see? It's the thing. Definitely an art to draw in shadows too, you know, painting them in. So I'm going to merge this down now and just start picking colours and like repainting areas in to clean it up a bit because it looks a bit wrong, I feel, and like here as well, like protect alpha so we don't go outside. It will go over lines obviously. Okay, so I'm going to go like that. Okay, now I'm going to make a duplicate. I'm going to make it slightly darker. Okay, we're going to create that highlight and then we're going to bring the whole thing up a bit more and boost up the contrast. Okay, I'm going to go here with a pen. I'm just using a pen this time. Okay, very, very carefully. I think I used a pen last time, didn't I? Forgot. But you see these highlights, see? Painted some nice shapes in, see here. Paint some nice shapes in here. And yeah, you don't go over the top. Don't go over the top. Over the top of the picture, yeah, but not over the top. Okay. The eyes, bring out the eyes again more brighter. So here. Come over here. I still need to do my exercise today. I've not done my workout today. I need to get that in. I'm not trying to make this guy look like he's made of gold or anything, you know. Really? I'm going to merge this down. Merge it down and then bring it up, contrast and stuff like that. Bring the brightness back up. Now you really get the feeling for the shadows and stuff, right? Okay, go there a little bit. Okay, again here, a bit of blur, a slight blur. It does wonders sometimes. And sometimes it makes you wonder what the hell's going on. Make it a very low blur. Okay, like that. That's really too much, isn't it? Too much money, he said. How can I get the money? How can you get the life? That's what you need. So I'm going to go here. And I'm going to go to I'm going to go to this chromatic aberration and just see what it looks like. It gives you that feel that it was on a video or something. It does give you that feeling, doesn't it? Feeling? What's that? So, boy, you've got a long way to go. You've got a long thing to learn. He said, what's feeling? Please teach me. I'm going to select the outside of this character, make a background behind it, and we're going to make it a red. And what colour should we make it? Just put a sky in there. We'll just put like, I was going to put a red, but I'm just going to put a sky. I think a green and a green and blue to suggest land and sky. Suggest land and sky, and you will go far. That's a too dark, that green is, but that's a too dark one, right? That's a too dark. He said, who told me to come here? It was your mind. Am I really here? He said, maybe the answer lies within, my son. He said, life has many questions and no answer. Forever the question, never the answer. Oh, God. I love it. I can bring this up. He says, how can I learn? Please show me. Oh, God. How can I learn? He says, oh, killer. I can't play with that contrast bit, merging them down. I love doing it. It's the imagination, yeah. How can I learn? Oh, see, look. The power is not yet ready for you. So you walk through the door. There you go. You know, and he's looking at something fascinating. I don't know what it is. We're going to save this out, okay? I was going to get back onto the animation, but I'll get hooked up in this one. I'm a pupil. He said, I'm a disciple of the great warrior. Which is the other guy? Where is the other guy? I'm a disciple of the great warrior. This one? You mean me? Who the fuck are you? Okay. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to take this one here. I'm going to take it here. I'm going to do two things. I'm going to just show you something really quickly if I can remember where this app is. I've got an app on my computer because... Well, no, actually, I'm not going to bother with that. I'll show you another time. I've got so many apps on my computer anyway. Hold on 1 second. Alright, guys. So what I'm going to do now is just explain a couple of things. So we was looking at the animation earlier, right? So let's just quickly look at this now. Thanks for watching this video, by the way. It's a long one, I know. But just go in here. So let's imagine, okay, again, so for the animation part, let's get to it. So when something is striking, okay, when a hand is striking, per se, a fist, let's imagine that this is a fist and it's going in this direction, okay? So it's going whooshing across, okay? It's whooshing across, it's a fist, okay? I'm going to move it here. I already showed you, so if I bring this down opacity wise and we go into animation mode now and turn on always display first frame so we can see it, from here we can imagine now, if I just choose a dark red sort of color or blue, I can work out this stick figure like I already showed you, a stick figure getting hit per se, okay? So let's say that the movement comes on the screen, boom, flashing however, and the character moves. Well, we could have it that, you know, we work this bag like I already showed you. Like, let's imagine that this is like a bean bag with like a head on it, basically. And I'm not going to draw the arms and legs just yet. So from here now, this guy has just gone bam. He's just got punched in the stomach. You can see how this looks like a body, right? You see what I'm saying? Folding like a pillow, see? Wow, say something like that. Move it across, maybe here, maybe even just boom, see? So you get what I'm saying? So like, this could literally be what's going on. So like, this is a fist hitting him in the gut, bang, right? And then he spins over there. But I was going to say, like, you could make it now that, okay, so he gets hit, say, boom. You can make iterations in between as well. You'd have to redraw it every time, though, the thing. But just getting that bit of difference actually shows the motion anyway. So boom, boom. See? So like, if I'm imagining this is a fist punching him, boom, 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 see? Bam, 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 okay? And they could be like multiple fists, couldn't they? Let's face it, okay? Boom, see? And then the next shot could be here. So if we can even move this around, right? The problem is now we can't see what we're looking at. So, okay, then that means the way that we would deal with this is we would have to have a fist. Yeah, maybe make fists in a folder. So like, if I do that again and show you. So we start off with fists, right? That's basically what it is. 2 fists, let's per se, okay? And our body. That makes more sense to me. Right? Or, yeah, that could make sense if we just reduce our character to fists. Which is possible for certain scenes. Make a folder and then bring all of these into the folders. You've got one clear layer and then 2 fists in this case, okay? In effect, what you really could have, and this would be really, really cool within this folder, okay? Let's imagine that these are 2 hands, okay? This is a really, really good idea I'm actually having right now. These are 2 hands, right? Right, and you can literally type in. You could literally, the more folders, the more images you have within a folder, it's going to be, you know, I could call them hand 1 and hand 2, but I'm just saying, you know, you could have the more joints like the shoulders, the knees, and the head. I think the head, the elbows, you know, the shoulders, the knees, and the feet, and you could literally replace these around, just move them around into the right places, and then have the body reacting. I think this is a really, really good idea. You'd only need to make this folder once with these places in. You know, sorry, but that's my family talking. You know, but I'm saying you could do that, and you could literally just move these things around. You know. And just like copy the folder and then like move these pieces and then have the body reacting to it. And I think that's a really, really good idea. Or you can just do it from your imagination like we're going to do here today. I think I'll even delete one of these hands and we'll just use one of the hands. And I'll just show you the basic idea of what I'm talking about. Just briefly, just quickly, okay? So we've got one empty layer and one of these fists or feet, whatever it is. And we're going to have it in this folder. And we're going to make a copy of these folders. This is how it works in Fire Alpaca, okay? And I can just duplicate loads of those if I want. We can just go through it. We'll turn off always display the first frame in this case. And we'll do this thing again. So let's imagine, okay, that this is the bean bag I was talking about. With the head, the body, you know, okay. Move it up a bit, fair enough. Okay, there. And then going here now onto each frame, you see, so I could literally move this fist across a bit more if I wanted to make it like really look like it's going in, you know. And now we do this head here, you see. So 1, 2, you see. I think this one we should move. We should duplicate. No. We should move this one above, not into, but above, carefully with the mouse, I'm going to use this, above this one, hang on, hold on 1 second, yeah, above that one I'm saying, hold on 1 second, I should give them different names, but I can't be bothered with that shit, you could be here forever. 1, 2, right? So the middle one's going to have another frame. I'm just doing an extra frame. You don't have to do so many in-betweens, especially if it's like a fast move, you know. So closing them as we go. 1, 2, 3. And then this one here, see? So I'll make it like he's moving back now. And he's kind of like turned. I put a shoulder there as well, a shoulder and a hip, see? You don't have to do that. You can see that he's turned, boom, see? Now from here, we can move the fist as well to really show. I think we didn't move it in every frame, did we? So from here, I'll just move it back a little bit, just a little bit, like that. 2, 3. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Can you understand? And I come here, and you can imagine I was going to say another fist coming in is what I was going to say, see? And I think what I would do is, I was going to say, just imagine like this fist goes back, and another fist comes in to punch him in the face. I'll just bring this one back here. Let's imagine he does a couple of punches, alright? So you see, so 1, 2. I'll just do like it's a big drastic movement, I know from there. I'm moving back a little bit further. And I'll move this hand about there. And now the hand's going to come in. You could even give him a different strike from there. So in the next one, you could make it like he's still over here kind of thing. And then this is coming up now, like up here in another angle, see? But you can just change the shape of the hand. So I'm just going to move this. It won't always be like this kind of shape, obviously. So, boom, okay, and then we go here. So here now, here a bit forward with this one, and have it like his head's moving back. Boom, he's getting his head punched in. You know, put a little bit of a neck on there if you want to as well. There, see, okay, and then move this here. See. It could have been like a swing or something, you know, you could have been like bringing the hand back now, but I'm going to leave it like that, there. And then you can still put the face in and all of that, see, as well, as I showed you before. You draw your proper characters or in when you do, I do that there to show. So if I press play now, press play now and you can see what we're doing. Why is it looping? Oh, because we've got so many copies we didn't use yet. Okay. Okay, here. You see? And that's working pretty cool, right? See? Boom, 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 boom. You can get the idea. See? Bam, 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 bam. He's punching, see? Pum, 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 pum. Bam, bam, bam. You just draw the arms and the legs in, see? Yeah. And you could even just draw like the whooshing hands, like them hands, like really whooshing, like lines even, if you didn't want to draw the fist in. Fist of the North Star kind of stuff. Bam, 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 bam. And you could also react too. You could do reactions so that if I do another layer quickly, really quickly, I'll just make it as a layer outside of the folder. Here. From here, we could make it like the next one is going to be, you could like imagine now where the hand's going to go. So this hand's, another hand's coming up here. This hand's still here. Let's imagine this is an arm, okay? And he's going to like kind of like take this away now. You see? His hand's up there. You see this is a hand. And you know what I'm saying? And then you can like literally imagine, okay, so now his hand's gone here. You know, and this hand's like, he's just literally taking it away. So something like it's not done. I've not done a really good job of it, I know. But do you know what I mean, like that? And now he's coming with his fist to strike back. You see, the other character's going to be about here. So boom, boom. So here, 1, 2, and then he blocks it. Boom. See. Well, ha. See. So we can get each shot. Boom. Boom. And then duplicate that. Bam. Here. Boom, 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 boom. And then here. And we play that now and speed it up. Let me just cut it out so we can see what we're looking at a bit better. Oh shit, what happened? Oh no, okay, play it. So speed it up. Wait for it to load. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So boom, 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 boom. You can time it out. Boom, 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 boom. I think really we didn't need that break in between, right? So from here, there's too many moments where it just left. 1, and then this doesn't have to be left, right? Yep, too many of those, way too many of those. Yeah, we'll keep that going. The 2 punches, boom, boom, and he stops. Boom, boom, boom. Pretty cool, right? When he goes to here, see? Too many of those copies, I think. See? And you can have the background like whooshing by in the background. Like the background like moving in a direction, like from left to right. You see the clouds and stuff moving across the whole time. You can do all kinds of jumping kicks and different things in close range. And work all kinds of methods out, you know. So let me just get out of this for a second. Turn this off and just show you something else. So you'd add the legs and stuff on anyway. So you've got stick figures, you've got them star figures I've shown before, but you've also got stick figures, and you've also got them beanie babies, what I call them, beanbag fucking pillow potato sack people. And then you've also got the scribble thing, which I showed you with the hair and stuff again a moment ago. And the faces, but I'm saying once you got that basic shape out of a basic figure, let's say we've got like a stick figure here, you know, we've got this, I've done all that business, you know, oh, you know, where he's going, he's just been punched in the face, or whether you're doing big circles like boxing gloves or small ones like that, either way you work in the hips or the knees, whatever it's going to be. Okay, once you worked all that out and you understand it's a beanbag thing situation, if you like, you know. Hold on, what's going on here? You know, and you understand that this is a beanbag kind of potato bag. I don't know what to call it. You know, there, and then you understand that then we can add the body on top and all that. See, like I said, and change the shape of everything and go here. Understand you got 3 parts, like the groin, the center is here. You got the rib cage, a ball maybe in the center. It's up to you. Understand it, how it's turning. Work the parts in there if you wish to. You know, once you understand this concept, okay. Let's just imagine I do that. Let's imagine I keep this like this, and let's imagine I just did a beanbag in the beginning, which you don't have to do, but let's imagine I did, right? Once you got this, and I'll just flip it for a second. Well, I'll flip it for a second actually. Zoom in. Once you've got that, then you might say, well, you can do the scribble thing, see? I'm not going to do the whole face and everything now, but getting the direction a bit better and the proportions, so I can go in here, you know what I mean, and it's like, and this can work well for clothes or muscles, but it just gives you that feeling that there's a person standing here. 3D, because you know what I'm saying, like it's 2D, but it's like you're doing this. See, look, when you do this, you go around it, wrapping around. You can do zigzaggy lines as well, like this. Just do a line and then work around it and build it into a solid shape. You know what I mean? And you just build the shapes in, and you can work hair. You can erase obviously areas as well if you want to do it on the fly. Work with some designs for hair and other stuff, clothes. Just do a bit of hair on there. You know, and once you've got that and you're happy with that, when you're happy with that, you can delete the back one, the one we had just before, and then bring this down, and then you can work with your actual character. See, do a few more things you need to get the visuals of the eyes, where they're going or whatever. Check everything's all right. If it's something not right, you just move it across a bit or whatever. It's just a basic design anyway, right? And you can work on another layer and do a basic sketch first if you want. Put this one really low opacity, then make a fairly low opacity, or adjusting the opacity to do a character here. You can just do it right off the bat, or you can just you know, just do a rough one first, as I say. You know, I like to have a low opacity first and just sketch it in. I like to really just get more of a detailed view of what this character is going to look like first of all. So I don't mind it being rough. See, I don't mind it being rough like that. See, let's get it all in. See, as long as it looks more like I want it to look like. The overall shape of his face or whatever, hair there. You know what I mean? Not some ugly, something that doesn't represent it enough. Like, this looks ugly, but you know what I mean? Like you get the basic, you see more. That looks better now. Okay, can work with that, and now we can work a face into that mess per se. Zoom in for faces. You can flip if you're not comfortable there. That's better. I'm more comfortable now. So, and you can just really see more what you're doing. See. You know what I'm saying? So we're nearly finished with this little video I think I'm doing for you here. For myself as well, because it's really important. So you can go in and really get a full character. You might want to really like size that up a bit bigger, the head and things like that. You might notice things. It doesn't do much of a difference. See? And you're okay. You know what I mean? So, okay, I'm going to stop this video here and say thank you very much for watching. We're going to look at positions of hands in fighting moves, in terms of like moving in another video, okay? Just give you a bit of, I'll try and make a video on that if I can. So what I'm saying is like drawing a hand, like holding like a stick or grabbing someone by the arm, or making it more like a fist that's punching. Or like, you know, it could be a hand shape holding something, you see. Like that, holding something. Just reducing the shape now, just pointing there. This or just putting the fingers like they're holding something. You know, making a fist, things like that. If you hold on 1 second. So when you're here, so as I say again, you could be holding something, you could be striking something, or holding something. See, and don't forget when you're blocking and stuff, be using the wrists as well. So if you've got two arms fighting, clashing, you might have like the wrists like that blocking. So working with different methods. So it's not always just like this circle or a square like striking. It's actually holding things. And yeah, working with different shapes. We've got, as I say, the star figures, which I don't use all the time now, but they're still good to use, as I say. that these star figures are sometimes they work well, sometimes always stick arms like that. It's up to you, however you do them really. They work well. They're almost like the beanbag figures, but they work for certain things, and you draw on top of them. So you can also do like simpler, smaller ones too, like this, with not very long limbs, and that is basically like doing a stylized beanbag in a way, or pillow, you know. And you just like build on top of that. So this is there. That might be to knees. See, and you do the legs. You know what I mean? Put the pieces in, draw a head on, you know, the legs there, zigzags, whatever. Just do it out, you know, and work it out. Obviously, you change the shape to be more like a body as you go along. Get more in like that, more thinner. See, erase certain things. So I'm not going to go into detail now. We'll do other videos, as I say, okay, because I need to go now. But it's very nice to be doing this. I say very happy that I can do this. Okay. Notice how the whole thing wraps around. Okay. Now you take care of yourselves. Thank you very much for watching this one. It's definitely a very good video today. Not just because it's long, but I've covered a lot of things and I'm helping myself learn and practice as I go along. So thank you very, very much. Do subscribe. Take care. Okay. I have to go and eat, and I've got to do some exercise later on as well, martial arts training, stretching, and get loads more animation and great stuff on the go. Got more music and games I'm making too, and lots of animated cartoons. Okay, so let's go. Hold on. Get my OCD. I'll get a bit of that too. But here we go.